I was always a cheerful person. I loved life and everything it had to offer. I enjoyed every moment and made the most of it. I had a lot of friends, a lot of hobbies, and a lot of dreams. I was young and life was fun. But then, everything changed. It started with a headache. A mild one at first, but then it got worse and worse. I ignored it, thinking it was just stress or lack of sleep. I took some painkillers and carried on with my usual activities. But then, I started to feel dizzy. I lost my balance and fell down several times. I felt nauseous and vomited. I had trouble seeing and hearing. I went to the doctor and he ran some tests. But then, he gave me the bad news. I had a brain tumor. A malignant one that was growing rapidly and pressing on my vital functions. He said I needed surgery as soon as possible, but even then, there was no guarantee that I would survive or recover. He said I had only a few months left to live. I was shocked and devastated. How could this happen to me? I was only 19 years old. I had so much to live for. So much to do and see and experience. So much to learn and create and share. How could life be so cruel? I went home and cried for hours. I felt angry, scared, sad, and hopeless. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to leave this world. I didn't want to say goodbye to my family and friends. I didn't want to give up on my dreams. But then, I realized something. I realized that life was still precious, even if it was short. I realized that I still had a choice, even if it was limited. I realized that I still had a chance, even if it was slim. I realized that I could still make the most of it. So, I decided to do something crazy. I decided to live my life to the fullest, in the time that I had left. I decided to do everything that I ever wanted to do, but never did. I decided to have fun, no matter what. I made a bucket list of all the things that I dreamed of doing before I died. Some of them were big, like traveling around the world, skydiving, or writing a book. Some of them were small, like eating ice cream for breakfast, dancing in the rain, or kissing a stranger. But all of them were meaningful to me. And then, I started to cross them off one by one. I quit my boring job and sold my stuff. I bought a plane ticket and flew to Paris. I saw the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, and the Notre Dame Cathedral. I ate croissants, cheese, and wine. I met a handsome French guy and fell in love with him. I crossed off, visit Paris, and fall in love from my list. I traveled to other countries and continents. I saw the pyramids in Egypt, the Taj Mahal in India, the Great Wall in China. I rode a camel, an elephant, and a rickshaw. I learned new languages, cultures, and cuisines. I made new friends from all over the world. I crossed off travel around the world from my list. I went back home and spent time with my family and friends. I told them how much I loved them and how much they meant to me. I thanked them for everything they did for me and apologized for everything I did wrong. I hugged them tight and kissed them goodbye. I crossed off, say goodbye, from my list. I did some crazy things that made me feel alive. I jumped out of a plane, bungee jumped from a bridge, swam with sharks. I felt the adrenaline rush through my veins and the wind in my hair. I screamed with joy and fear at the same time. I crossed off, skydive, bungee jump, and swim with sharks from my list. I did some creative things that made me feel proud. I wrote a book about my life story and published it online. It got thousands of views and comments from people who were inspired by me. Some of them said they were going through similar situations or had similar dreams as me. I crossed off "write a book" from my list. I did some simple things that made me feel happy. I ate ice cream for breakfast, danced in the rain, kissed a stranger. They were silly and spontaneous things that made me smile and laugh. They reminded me of the beauty of life and the joy of living. I crossed off eat ice cream for breakfast, dance in the rain, and have you ever felt inspired to seize the moment and pursue your dreams, just like the protagonist in this story? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't miss out on captivating tales that remind us of the beauty in life's moments. Hit that subscribe Whispering Stories and join our community for a dose of inspiration, positivity, and meaningful stories. Let's embark on this journey together.